Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, it's Gareth back here again. I'm still here with the fabulous Una and David again. Hi guys. And you were also just saying also is that Eurovision seems to have gone through a transition, especially over the past few years, you know, and especially in Ireland, you know. We'd won it so many times, and I think the public had sort of gone, oh, it's Eurovision again, you know, and because since we hadn't done that well, it's sort of a little bit of stigma, but that seems to have changed, you know, and it seems to be lots of great artists like yourself wanted to be involved in it. You know.
Yeah.
Did you find it difficult maybe when making the decision to go, yes, we are going to get involved with this? Did you have any reservations about it?
I think, I don't know if I can speak for Dave, but I think for myself, if somebody approaches you with something, it's about the song as well. You get a feel for the song. You know, you never know what the other songs are going to be like, and if you get a really good feel for the song that you're going to do, or you've been asked to do, and you think, God, I think this could win, then that's the feeling. That's what brought me to the project, you know. And I think we've got a really, really strong song, and this year is going to be a great competition because there are great songs in it, you know.
Brilliant songs.
5 very different songs.
5 very different songs.
Which is great. I think that makes it interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like you said, we were discussing earlier on, you know, last year you had obviously other bigger acts. Even Blue came back and represented the UK last year.
True.
So you get very credible artists that want to be a part of it, and it's making the whole thing churn up a little bit again, making it exciting.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that whatever happens, you know, I hold my hands up. I think Ireland are going to send a fantastic entry over this year.
When you look at Deborah last year, you know, I mean, it did wonders for them last year. You know, it really made, you know, they've got an audience they didn't have before, say, in different countries, which is great for them. And it was great for Ireland that all of a sudden people are thinking about Ireland again. So I think, you know, I didn't have any reservations once you know, especially once I'd heard the song. Sure. You know, I mean, it was all very, very hush-hush and secret to begin with. They couldn't send me the song beforehand, so I had to literally fly home.
So you could hear it. I want to play it to people. No.
Literally, that's what happened. So
no way.
And I literally came home for like a day. To meet up with Una and listen to the song. I hadn't heard it, and as I said, then I heard Una's version first, and because they were still toying with the idea what they wanted exactly to do with the song. So I think
it was one of those that would work great as a male solo, female solo, or a duet. And there was elements that we brought to the duet that we all decided this is actually the way to go with it.
Sure.
You know,
I texted Julie straight after, and I said, look, I feel like we have a really good rapport. Our voices blend, and I have no qualms about doing this if you don't. So you know,
I felt exactly the same. I thought instantly there's going to be, you know, there's something very good here. It sounds really great. We've got a great rapport together. We can put this across really strong, and it just worked. That's really worked.
And I love working at home, to be honest with you, and that's a big draw for me. I don't get to work home very often, if ever, and any opportunity I get to come home and work, I'll be here in a heartbeat, because I never get the opportunities to come here, because I've been in the UK for so long, because there isn't the opportunities here for someone like myself and what I've done. So that's why I didn't have any reservations. If you're going to do something like this, it's great to do something, and you guess, you know, it's good publicity, it's good for your career, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so completely.
And you know, even when we were talking about the Eurovision earlier on about Ireland is perceived to have won the Eurovision every year. You know, if we never won it again, everybody will think, did they not win it like for 25 years in a row? And for us, it would be amazing to go, well, look, we're bringing it back home, because it really does belong here. I think it's one of those things that's synonymous with Ireland, and I think it would be fantastic for us to.
I said fair play to the boys last year. They've upped the game for us. They really have, because we're now in a position we weren't last time, because all of a sudden we're straight in somewhere we wouldn't be. So you know, I think that's fantastic. So I mean, fair play to them. I really
One of the RTÉ started last year with the whole mentor process, and it seems to be really working, because we're getting, as you said, great selections of songs, great variety of songs. How did you feel when you knew you were going to be working with Julian Benson, and how did you feel when you got that phone call saying, hey, would you like to come and do, you know, your song with me?
I know Julian for years through the industry, from gigs I've done, even with my band Boogie Nights here and stuff, and you know, Julian was always to me Mr. Showbiz. He's Mr. Glamorous, you know, Mr. Glitz. So and he's always so full of energy and so positive. And you know, when Julian gave me the call, he made the call to me, and then I went and heard the song, and I thought, good, great song, and I know that Julian will be behind it 100%. He'll be, you know, his, and that's what it's felt like. It's felt like we've been swept up in this. You know, it's all high energy, it's all buzzed up, happy, and just go out there and, like, you know, knock 'em dead. And that Julian is your man for that, really. You know, that's what he does from morning till night. And it's infectious, you know, so.
And you can't help but being engulfed by that yourself.
We just told him he's not allowed upstage, just in the audience.
I know what to say.
Can't be having that. Because he will.
No blame. And in regards to the song itself, from the original version that you heard, has it sort of evolved when both of you became involved in the actual song itself?
Well, yeah, because funny, originally it was in a higher key.
Yeah.
And so I came along and went, no, listen.
Having a laugh.
I'm not singing
On a
this.
cold day, maybe.
I mean, you can imagine, it's very high now. I mean, it is really high now. For a guy, it's very high now. So you imagine what it was like before. And so I said, look, if we're going to try this as a, for me singing it or getting involved in it, then just try it down a little bit. Because we tried it down to the point where it was really comfortable, but it took the edge out of the song. It didn't work. It's amazing how a key change, like literally, what is like a tone or what we took it down, didn't work at all. It loses the energy and everything in the song.
Sure.
And so we just kind of we split the difference basically and worked. And actually now it sits in a really good range for kind of both of us.
Yeah.
It means I can show off a little bit, you can show off a little bit in the sense of vocally and kind of.
You can kick it in. You can feel yourself getting more involved in the song as it goes along. Then you get to the high bit and it's like
Then we had to play on that day. I mean, we literally had one day, didn't we? We had to play with it that day.
Yeah.
And it just kind of evolved that day, and then we tried all these harmonies. We just made up all the harmonies on the spot and tried everything. So and like for instance, the opening.
That actually ended up being left on it were the ones we did just first off the two of us singing into one mic. Let's see what we come up with, and they just both worked. And it's funny that we both picked a harmony that was suitable for we picked something totally different that and they both worked, and that's what's been left there. So that was all from day one.
So that was literally for one day.
There you go. Who are we targeting?
We should have called it Destiny, not Language of Love.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break there and we'll be back with part 3.